Listener discretion is advised.
This is Blanche Barton, and you're listening to The Devil You Know.
What's up, everybody? It's episode 45 of The Devil You Know, and it's time for another episode of Circle of Jerks. What's up, Johnny?
Nothing much, man. What are you doing?
I am
That's
living
great.
the dream, man.
Where you going on? You got somewhere you're going tomorrow?
I am.
What are you doing?
Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that's going to be so cool.
Taking little Willow to see Mickey Mouse.
Good.
Mickey Mouse is, I don't know how cute Mickey Mouse is when you're only, a foot tall and Mickey Mouse is 6 foot tall, but
Oh, it's going to be traumatic.
it could be.
But it's good.
How are you doing?
Keeps the heart healthy. I'm doing pretty good, man. Tired.
Yeah. Ready for this jerking the circle around here?
Yeah, jerking the gherkin.
At least you have somebody special with you that can pretty this thing up for a change.
I do. My wife, witch Marlene Shaw, is with us.
Hello, gentlemen.
Oh.
Hello, lovely lady.
Oh.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Ooh. And we also we've got Satanist Andrew Rawson, everyone.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Hello. And we also have fellow Satanist Jöhn Cärtër with us.
Hey there.
What up? Again, man. 2 weeks in a row. That's the first time that's happened.
Great to be back.
He sent me 30 texts and he was like, please let me be on again. So I'm like, all right,
I'll
dude.
suck your dick.
Marlene's like, oh, no, you won't. No.
Damn it. Should be slapping it out of my mouth.
Oh, damn.
Give me that thing. Hand me that piece.
That's not how you do it.
Oh, boy.
I guess I am a student.
So this time we really didn't have a crazy set topic, but we wanted to look at the world. We just wanted to peer through the eyes of each other out at the world and look at what's going on out there. And, this fucking news media, man, they just report the stupidest, silliest shit. I don't know why people are interested in this crap. You guys have the same experience or what?
It just keeps them busy, It just keeps people busy from one thing to the next. And, it seems like that's the only way to keep them on the hook is to just keep tossing more bait at them,
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
it's crazy.
They are master baiters.
Yeah, so let's use that for the topic of the show then. Let me see here. Scientists name new fish after Obama. I'm not even going to read that one. I guess apparently the fish is stupid or something. Anyway, what else do we got for animals?
Wait, what's the name? What does that mean? Is it like the Obama trout? Is it the
I don't know, but it has a dorsal fin. I found that out.
It's really good at playing basketball while it's got a cigarette in its mouth.
It's not the first time you had a fish named after it.
It's the one that you nail on the wall and it turns to you and says, I forget what the fuck it sings.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry. Be happy.
She's your queen.
Free from infection.
Obama Billy Bass.
Anyway, there's a puppy out there that they got from the pound, the police did, and turned it into a porn dog. Apparently, this dog will smell flash drives and determine which ones have porn on them.
That's interesting.
I don't understand how you can teach your dog to do that.
Yeah,
you can
you're
teach a dog to do
basically
anything.
somehow this dog can smell the difference between two different digital files.
Yeah, is there any sort of protein or DNA in an electronic file?
Well, if you're a messy guy, then I guess it could be, but
That's true. It goes to the keyboard sometime. It finds its way.
Yeah, use a squeegee like everyone else, but
Thank you.
yeah, I don't Yeah. What? I mean, is that a joke? Is that a joke?
No, it's in Ogden, Utah.
News story?
Utah. So that should probably tell you right there. But he keeps pointing towards David Harris's house and barking for some reason. I don't know what his problem is. But they call him the Smut Mutt, and he is a rambunctious dumpster diving, desk climbing, leash chewing black Labrador, and they got him from the pound, and his name's Earl. URL though, pronounced Earl.
Oh, jeez, that's cute.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it's better than being in a kennel.
There can't be any science behind that, is there? If they're not telling you, then it just sounds like BS.
Either that or 99.9% of all the hard drives in Utah are full of porn, and he's just getting lucky.
Yeah, really, just hitting everyone's.
Yeah, apparently they.
Wasn't it all Mormons there? I mean, hell, if I was a Mormon, I would be as much porn as possible, I guess, you know?
There you go.
I don't know how you can get away with all the porn if you've got, like, 9 sister wives. Someone's going to catch you.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to get hot and bothered in all that magic underwear. You know, eventually you got to... I don't know.
Chastity belt starts rusting, you know. It happens.
Magic underwear. And what's with that magic underwear? They believe they can't be shot or something or stabbed when they're wearing those underwear.
Like it's fireproof, it's bulletproof, it's all. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm not a Mormon, so I don't understand.
Those poor girls. They probably.
I mean, I guess though. I mean, if this is happening in Utah, if this dog is in Utah and they believe in magic underwear, then I guess they can believe in a smut mutt too.
Yeah.
Not magic much elite for them, you know.
Yeah. So, on the bottom here, I'm reading. He says that there are he's working with law enforcement in Connecticut, New Jersey, New York. So he very may well show up at David Harris's house. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. Watch out, David, if you're listening. Hide the flash drives that have porn on it. I don't know why.
That's all his flash drives.
Well, then the dog will have a really good, a rate of success then. So keep it up. Porn dog, whatever.
Porn dog.
Keep it up.
I like that. Keep it up, porn dog t-shirt.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
What else we got? We've got.
Is there any real news besides?
Yes. There is actually this Blake Turner. Oh, I'm sorry, not Blake Turner. Sorry, Blake. Brock Turner. Brock Turner, the convicted rapist. He is out now, only after 90 days for a 6-month sentence for raping an unconscious woman last year.
Behind a dumpster.
Now, this is definitely breaking a satanic rule of the earth, which, of course, is do not make sexual advances unless given the mating signal. Which,
well, he claims that she was.
This is a interesting topic, I guess, on its own. Is how many guys out there that I mean, obviously, she was unconscious. This guy, obviously he just flat out raped. But I mean, how many guys don't understand what the mating signal is?
Yeah.
Because, you don't know, then she didn't give it to you.
Right.
Well,
Vagina.
do you guys remember that there was that one story where the one guy talked about legitimate rape? Do you remember that thing from a couple of years ago? There was a guy that was trying to differentiate between rape and legitimate rape. I completely can't remember the whole story, but some people were also arguing that it was if the person is unable to, if they're not struggling, there's a different type of rape if there's a struggle, or if there's not a struggle, hence being out cold. So I wonder if any of that came into play with the judge's decision.
I don't know, but I think they got somebody wants to recall that judge or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I was reading about that. They want to recall the judge for giving him such a light sentence for what he did, which is fair if you ask me. I mean, 6 months is pretty pathetic for rape, let alone to turn around and let him out in 90 days.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody raped him in there.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think we all hope so. But unfortunately, this kind of stuff doesn't do us any good when it comes to, the public saying, shouting white privilege, and then this asshole gets off, and then they're like, see, meanwhile, but you're shooting all of our black people, but you're, letting the white guys rape, and, I don't know what the instance is, why this judge decided to go so lightly on him, but it's definitely something that's got to be solved. I mean, I'm all for execution of a rapist personally, but,
Amen to that. No, from what I understand, it was because he was all set to go to college and stuff, and rather than let him serve the sentence he should have served for what he did, the judge thought he'd give him a slap on the wrist and let him go enjoy college, never mind the fact that this girl's whole future is now destroyed.
Yeah, and I mean, college is like where that kind of rape happens, where, roofies and, why did he's like, oh, well, now that you got the experience, go on to college and test your skills.
You're almost there, kid.
College try.
Yeah, give it another go.
The old college try. Oh, man.
I think the judge just figured that he's going to be a better slave to the grind, so.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, was that? Do you think that's part of what the judge's decision was saying? Oh, well, he's not a kid who's going nowhere. He's got college, so he's obviously really going to be somebody worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think that's what he wants people to think, but I don't know how legitimate it is. I think he was.
I don't think that's a good enough reason. I mean, I think he already proved that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, so you really can't dispute that.
I think they got to put him in prison, but then still make him pay for the college that he was supposed to go to.
All right.
I like that. Yeah.
Let him work for that at $1 a day in a prison.
Yeah, right.
Cigarettes and blowjobs.
All right. In other news, Mother Teresa, this bitch, has been given the title of saint. What do you guys think about that shit?
I don't know anything about Mother Teresa, to be honest with you.
Yeah, how does that even work? I thought that they can't. Well, I guess since it's Mother Teresa.
Well,
I thought women don't have voice in the church.
Well,
so
it's changed since.
Women can be granted sainthood. It's happened before, but in this particular case, I don't really think it presents the Catholic Church in a very good light. Of course, they're very good at putting themselves in horrible light.
Yeah, their record's not really great for that anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of rape.
Definitely.
Well, there's like all these websites out there all over the place. I don't know how real they are, but they're all saying that she's really not as sainty as she pretended to be, and there's all these things against her. She was like, doing weird shit, against the religion and against people. I don't know.
Well,
crazy.
I guess she also.
We need to know like how dependable some of these websites are too.
What do you mean? It's the internet.
Well, I guess. Yeah, it's the internet. Everything's true on the internet. But I guess like at one point in time she had said something about AIDS being retribution for sin and all that shit. So of course, that didn't put her in a good light either. But.
Yeah, no. Especially since it's man-made.
Not the only one that said that, though. I mean, hell, so many religious preachers said the exact same thing.
Fair enough.
Did they say what miracle she performed? Because don't you have to perform a miracle to be a saint? Is that what it is?
Performed 3, I think.
3? Oh, okay.
I saw the movie with Val Kilmer, so...
Is that to be a saint or to be a pope?
I think that's... No, to be a saint.
Sure.
Yeah, to be a saint, you have to perform 3 miracles.
Okay.
I think they're pretty lax on the 3 miracles thing.
She's like, but is this your card?
Close. She plays 3-card Monty out on the street.
So Adam Cardone is a saint. That's awesome.
Adam Cardone. We should start calling him Saint Cardone.
Dude, that guy's mind blowing. Hell yeah.
He's performed miracles in front of me at least 3 times. So.
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah.
I now declare Adam Cardone a saint. So
there we go.
I second it. Yes.
I just need a third, and it'll be so. Do we have a third? Do we have a third?
Here.
I third.
All right. Let it be known in the minutes that it is so. Saint Cardone from this day forth.
And meme now.
Yeah. So
that's a good idea, actually. When somebody make that meme, get a picture of him, put 3 miracles, you're Saint Cardone.
Yes, Bill Mullenbaugh, please do that if you're listening.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
I might have to make
So
that
anyway,
happen.
since we're branching off on different news topics, and this is one that I guess has kind of been in the last several years has been kind of a big one, and I'm going to bring this up only because of that little bit we just mentioned about things on the internet. I recently, and this is not new, but recently, a friend of mine decided to post something on Facebook, and he decided to tag me, knowing I was against this, or that I would be in opposition. But he posted a thing about how he doesn't vaccinate his kids because autism and all this bullshit. And I haven't actually have an autistic child, and I still know that you're supposed to vaccinate your kids. But one of the things that he did was, when he posted this information, he posted all these like YouTube videos and stuff. And I said, look, I'm like, I appreciate that you have your own opinions. However, research isn't YouTube videos. Research is in a lab. It's under a microscope. It's 8 years of college. And the people who do that kind of research have all said vaccines do not cause autism, and they're totally safe. And so this the information age has really turned a lot of people into, they think that by watching some videos or by doing some research that looking at some websites, they have done research, and they've become experts in whatever they're talking about.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that some of the things that you guys see people in these kind of topics like touching on, where they're internet experts?
Oh, I mean, don't they call that bro science, when somebody just tells you something that's like a really heavy duty, like medical thing, but it's not, it's kind of a, bro science. Like a lot of guys like in mixed martial arts and like weightlifting, they'll like, yeah, dude, try this, try that. Don't do this anymore because you got to do this. And a lot of guys in the industry call it bro science. And that's kind of what it really is, like what you're saying about people finding a really convincing YouTube video and saying this is the gospel, And I think, wasn't it like Brad Pitt or somebody like that was one of the people that was leading the charge against vaccinations? So I guess the prettier the Hollywood person is that tells you what's wrong.
McCarthy was a big one.
That's who it was.
Yeah, because her son's autistic too, so she's really anti.
Well, what's funny though about that is that recently found out that it's actually not autism that her son has. So now she's really an idiot.
Oh, wow. Then what is it?
Asperger's?
I don't remember.
Asperger's.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually a form of it, but but no, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember what it was now, but it's not that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, exactly. But yeah, she was definitely one of those people leading the charge, and unfortunately, my ex-wife also has kind of, who was an intelligent person at one time in her life, has actually kind of bought into this idea too, that even though there's no science that proving, there was one guy who wrote a paper years ago that was disproved by all of his doctor buddies, but one claim turned into a bunch of people who basically, when they're desperate for an answer, and they want something to blame, and so it must be vaccinations. Don't even acknowledge that how many diseases it saved us from, or the fact that our population has more than tripled since World War II. It's just it's all killing us. Same thing with GMOs is another big one right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I got something to say though about the vaccine thing. I read a lot about it. Marlene's father is a doctor, and he gave us some pretty good books to read from his reputable sources and things like that and stuff. These things, in our opinion, are good. They just shouldn't, for our kids, shouldn't be pumped in them when they're newborns. Not while they're infants. I think just from the data that we've collected and the things we've read, it's much better if you just let the child develop its natural immune system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
sure,
and then introduce these things, because they have a way better chance of fighting these things, because you are essentially, everyone knows what a vaccine is. You're essentially putting a little bit of the virus or of the disease in you and or whatever, and you fight it off. When it just pops out of the vagina, it's like it's like give it a little time, let it just be welcomed into the world first, and start to develop its thing. Go ahead.
And just because you receive the vaccine, it's not a guarantee that you won't get it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, so
right. Yeah. Exactly. And at the same note, like some people that were kind of trying to side with this friend of mine were saying, that's why I'm against flu vaccinations. And I'm like, well, I don't get that either. I don't get flu shots either. But, I don't. I mean, like that's one thing that, like, your immune system, you just deal with the flu, because getting a flu shot, you're going to have the flu. So
to me, the flu shot thing, like, is like, we're not against vaccines. We're just against timing of vaccines. That's all. Yeah, but as far as the flu shot,
and I think that some of them are unnecessary too. I mean, like if you're 80 years old and you're in bad health, then maybe a flu shot might be good for you. But
absolutely.
But I don't think that that's comparable to, like, measles shots or whatever.
Right. And another thing with the flu thing, real quick, it's like I always look at it like, when people that run around and wash their hands 90,000 times a day and use what's that stuff called? I don't use hand sanitizer.
Purell.
Yeah, and they're just sitting there. And like I remember George Carlin said it a long time ago. You got to give the body practice. That's why we're good at fighting off these things, and you're not letting it.
Unless you have my job, and then it's the law that you have to wash your hands.
No, that's different because you're doing something at the time, but you're not 24/7 every day doing this like these people. They wake up and wash their hands 50 times and put on Purell and all this crap, and then they wonder why they are sick for 2 weeks when they get a cold. It's like, hello. Yeah. But,
Dorian, doesn't a tattoo heal slower if you're constantly babying it? You know what I mean? Like,
not necessarily. It depends on what, like, there's a lot of people out there who, we're kind of off subject again, but there's a lot of people out there who, like, don't put anything. They just let it kind of scab and stuff. And then you're taking a good risk of fucking up your tattoo. I mean, there's ointments out there. You just put it on. You don't have to put it on 10 times a day and it then being really thick, but 2-3 times a day, really thin, keeps it from scabbing too much, and it heals up pretty well.
Kind of like what John was saying about the whole timing thing. It's kind of, I mean, obviously a tattoo is not like getting, like scarlet fever and turning you into an autistic, person or whatever. But I mean, it's just kind of one of those things. It's like you got to be careful who you listen to. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you're exactly right. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people, like when they are like against vaccines, is they're not considering, like, we may be against herd mentality, but herd protection is a whole different thing. And the problem with it is, like, when your kids who are not vaccinated and they have measles and they come to school and they interact with kids who have their vaccinations, but those kids at home have a 1-year-old brother or sister who can't get vaccinations yet, and who can contract that disease even from somebody who has it. You know what I mean? Like, it's about getting passed along, and these people are saying, well, when's the last time you've seen these diseases even show up? Well, that's because of vaccinations, you dipshit, So, I mean, like, there's some common sense factor missing, and I mean, I totally agree with you, John. Yeah, you can't mess up a kid the second they're born.
I remember.
And there's definitely, like, we do this all the time, like, when even though we need to get, we're trying to get Willow to stop with the pacifier, but when she drops it on the floor, Lexi and I will just look at it and go, good, build up your immune system. Take it back out,
I mean,
dirt doesn't hurt.
Right? Rub some dirt on it. But I remember when the baby's done, they're wiping off all the, what is that white shit that's on there, fucking dried up jizz. I don't know what it is, but they they're done. They put her underneath the heat lamp. You know what I mean? She's warming up. And
what daycare did you go to?
No, it's a good hospital. But
party daycare.
After they did that, they were like trying to wheel her out of the room. I said, whoa, what are you doing? They're like, oh, we need to go administer the vaccinations. I'm like, no, you don't. But sir, no, you don't. The baby's staying right here. And that's that. So we just had to sign something that we're going to do it on our own later, and that's what we did. So
So how long do you guys wait? Like till it's ready?
Soon, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's soon. It's just not within the hour of being born. What the fuck, you know? It's about a year.
You're really if your children are going to start going to like Head Start or maybe I guess if they go to daycare, like we never daycared our kids.
And there's people out there going, oh, you have to do it within a certain time, and because of this, that's horseshit. Mm-hmm. That is real horseshit. Yeah. Because you can go into a village of people that have never been vaccinated and vaccinate them with everything. So why does my kid have to do it at 2? I mean, give me a break.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Exactly right, yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, that's cool.
So, yeah, but anyway, this is kind of all that the topic of, I guess, misinformation being passed around on the internet and, other topics.
Yeah, somebody mentioned GMOs. What was up with that?
Oh yeah,
well, I mean, it certainly seems like people just kind of get super spastic now. Like now, all of a sudden, it's like everything has to be all organic. And I like the picture. It says that these seeds have no GMOs, and then it says they're seedless. So they are absolutely genetically modified, But
exactly, I was going to say the same thing. And unless you've never had a seedless grape, seedless watermelon, or even a fucking banana.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are all GMO.
Yeah, you're not going to know the difference, really. I mean,
well, and I think that people get on these kicks, whatever is popular at the time, and this extends to chemtrails and
oh yeah,
exactly.
Superstitious stuff.
It's ridiculous. Like it's that herd mentality. One idiot starts stampeding through the field, and the next thing you know, they're all following, and they don't even know what they're following.
It's the distraction factor. I mean, if you think about it, like since this election cycle has been going on, think about how many different like earth-shattering things, everything from Pokemon Go to like terrorism, in France. You know what I mean? So many big-time things, and I think that when there's no big election going on with all kinds of shenanigans, you don't see as many huge distractions and things to get worried about. You know what I mean?
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. And I think that's really what that is. And like the whole gluten scare. Everybody's gone vegan. And now that we've got the internet for people to post and brag about what they're into and what they're not into,
everyone's allergic to gluten.
Absolutely, yeah.
Pussies.
Yeah. I have to pay extra for that shit. Damn.
Hey,
it's good. Give me your gluten, damn it.
Hell yeah, man.
Actually,
and you know what? The best meat is vegan, so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stick a spike in their ass and put them on the fire.
I actually wrote an article about GMOs, and I think what a lot of people don't understand, too, is when they spray those chemicals, that the other farms that are growing organic actually get spray, too. So people that are all like crazy about, they don't want to have the chemicals and everything. Well, just because you're getting organic doesn't necessarily mean that you're not, getting that too. So
and even the word chemical freaks people out. Oh, there should be no chemicals in your food. And like your food is all chemicals. The most natural food in the world is all chemicals. Mm-hmm. Like they don't even know what that word means. Yeah, water is chemical.
As they're eating McDonald's.
Right.
Kind of like stem off of what Marlene was just saying there too. Actually, the pesticides that have to be used in the organic crops is actually more toxic than like the Roundup and stuff that they use in the GMO crops.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's got to be strong enough to kill other things for it to be organic, I guess.
What about Monsanto? I mean, that's a name I hear.
Monsanto.
Yeah.
They're just in charge of
everything. I think what a lot of that is that they dominate the market when it comes to that, and they're the ones that have the say when it comes to farming, and they're pushing out the smaller.
So basically, they're
people when it comes.
So their name got associated with it, basically, and that's what everyone just thinks is they hear the name and they're just like evil.
Yeah,
right. Everyone thinks they're evil.
That's the thing. When you become a huge conglomerate, like that, and a huge organization that has control, and you're lobbying for laws in your favor, and you're doing all these things, everyone underneath you, when you're the king, they want to overthrow you, and that's what it is.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
and especially like anything that is a dream, to reach, like whether it's you're making your company bigger. I heard the other day I saw somebody tossing around posts of, okay, we already have price. Minimum wages, but they were suggesting, what if we had a maximum wage? And I thought, this is just kind of ridiculous. Like, why would you take away the American dream? Like the American dream is to be that, and in order for us to even dream of being successful, we kind of need a goal. We need somebody to look at and say, that guy did it. That's what I can do. If we don't have those examples, then there is no American dream. And the idea of people saying, we should have a maximum wage, I thought that was just insane.
You got to have competition. You got to have a standard to strive for. That's why equality is a complete myth. So that's why it works that way.
Whoever said that, have the maximum wage should be shot for treason.
I know.
It's un-American.
Let's cry.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It is. It's ridiculous.
Man up, motherfuckers!
And it's funny because, and the same people that would be like, oh yeah, we ain't no socialists, but we should all have the same amount of money.
But when it comes to money,
yeah. It's really funny how all the people on the bottom are always complaining about, the unfair treatment and whining and crying, and then all the people on top are doing just the opposite. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you really want to be there, be there. Do it. You can do it. There's everything out there. There's every way possible for you to become what you want to become. It's really, they're just doing it from their couch and not getting off of it. That's the problem.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's out there. You just gotta want it.
Yeah, hard work is definitely not something for, I think, the modern, much weaker men that are coming up in the world. Like, having to work hard for something it's much easier to just complain.
Yeah, after I've seen a video of, I don't want to quote YouTube, but yeah, it was on YouTube. I saw a video of a guy with no arms and no legs climb a mountain. There's no excuse. Nobody has an excuse after that.
Yeah, right? I know, right?
I saw an armless lady squat about 350 pounds. So, yeah, I've got no reason to bitch about anything after seeing that.
I haven't seen it firsthand, but I've heard of a guy who does not have his right hand that's actually an excellent gamer.
Whoa.
And he's actually on our panel right now, Andrew Rawson.
Yes.
So how does that happen? So don't give me the fucking excuse about how you can't do something.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Have got one of the
like
best,
you said, John.
best pictures ever taken with the porn star at the 50th anniversary. So.
Nice.
This guy.
It was right in her mouth.
I tie my own shoes.
He took his arm and she was like... It's a great picture.
That's ridiculous. You
That's
like
funny. Anyway,
All right.
What's pissing you guys off on Facebook out there?
Oh, wow. There's too much.
Really? Let's talk about that.
There's so much garbage on Facebook.
Who's totally stupid right now?
Yeah, who's stupid?
Who sucks?
Can we talk here? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Oh, we're serious. Who's stupid right now?
Well,
there was... Yeah.
and then
Says the rapist?
No, on Facebook. We're talking about.
Oh, we're talking like personal friends?
Yeah, why not?
Or former?
Yeah,
you're
fuck
gonna
'em.
bleep out names, I guess, huh? Bleep 'em out.
Yeah, sure, we will.
Who
Yeah.
know for a fact doesn't listen to our show.
Oh.
I'm trying to scroll through right now to see if there's anything in particular.
It should be at the top.
I know there was like a lot of people speaking out like how they thought it was dumb that so many people were all like mourning the loss of Gene Wilder. They were all like, "Oh, that's so dumb." Well, we liked him.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, you get people that do that with every famous person that passes away that means something to somebody.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, and I mean, like, I think I said this last time, too. Like, I mean, it's one thing if, some poor, pathetic rock singer who just can't handle life takes too much drugs and commits suicide. Well, fuck them. You know what? They had a chance at a great life and they ruined it. But for somebody like Gene Wilder, that's a totally different. That's a person who lived a great life and who didn't bitch about it. And yeah, exactly. I mean.
well, yeah, because he died of natural causes, correct?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was 83. He was. He wasn't young, or anything like that. But I mean, I think what a lot of people though out there are saying is that it seems like when somebody dies, that there's a lot of people who will come out of the woodwork who have never even mentioned that person. They go, "Oh, I'm so sad."
That does happen,
Yeah.
And they spread the memes and stuff. But I mean, I know, like John and I are at the same age. That was our childhood. Like that was that was huge. Every time it was on TV. I mean,
I grew up with Willy Wonka. Man, that was a big influence for me.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I remember one summer it was on HBO like every 4 hours, and I binge watched it. So that's a huge part of my childhood as well. And then later on, as you grow up, you find out like all the symbolism and everything, and then you look into. There was actually I was listening to another podcast the other day, and they were talking about a lot of the behind the scenes weird stuff on the set of it, like how they mixed cream in with the chocolate of the river, and it all went bad, and the whole set smelled like rotten dairy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got hurt, and it's parallel to the casualties on the filming of The Exorcist in a lot of ways. I don't know if people died per se on the Willy Wonka, but I mean there's a great story about the behind the scenes of it, and it's just it's awesome. I love it.
Oh yeah.
What's the thing with The Exorcist? People died?
Oh, a shit ton. Yeah. Like
people.
Really?
Wow,
People died pretty much during the production of every installment of that movie series.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's why it's intense to watch nowadays. I mean, it's I've got it on VHS and DVD, and then
Dun, dun, dun.
it's crazy. Just
VHS.
watching that. Yeah, straight up. It's creepier on VHS, actually. I don't know.
That's because you can hear the gears of your old VCR.
Yeah.
Nobody else has.
When the words tracking pops up on the screen, it's fucking horrific. So yes. But no, I mean, just when you see it and then you find out all the behind the scenes, it makes it even creepier.
That's
just like with Willy
awesome.
Wonka, when you find out the symbolism behind snozberries and everything else, it's even creepier, or turns you on depending on your orientation. So.
Definitely. Every time I think of
what's the symbolism of snozberries?
It's dicks.
It's Dixon Factories.
Yeah. The dude that wrote
Who decided that?
Well, the guy that wrote Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, he had snozberries as a slang term for cock and balls in another story that he wrote like years before, and so that's how snozberries found their way into the script. Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah.
I'll never quote that again.
Don't use
I love that part.
Oh yeah. So don't let your kids lick wallpaper.
No.
You're right.
But they've been vaccinated, so it's fine. It's called a callback. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got autistic kids licking wallpaper at my house. Great.
Snosberry NATO doesn't roll off the tongue as easily as Dick NATO does.
It doesn't.
Big native.
I wonder if that wallpaper has GMOs in it, though.
It sure does. Organic glue on the other side.
It does if you've had anything to do with it.
Ooh yeah.
Gluten free.
That's funny. All right. So I heard Van Halen's getting back together, right? What did they say?
Again?
I don't know.
Didn't they just do a final tour?
They did there's like 3 final tours going on or something.
The final tour or the final tour?
I think it's the final
They
tour.
still haven't had as many final tours as Black Sabbath, though.
Or Ozzy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, who's on another one right now? And we mentioned beforehand that the Misfits are touring right now, and they have Dave Lombardo playing drums.
That's so awesome.
So that's like, hey, let's have a knife fight and bring a machine gun. Like
no doubt.
Like, I mean, how does Dave Lombardo not fall asleep playing Misfits music?
That's true. Well, I mean, the thing about it is, early Slayer was punk-infused thrash. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but it was still thrash. I mean, it was fast as hell.
Yeah, but we all know Dave Lombardo was a freaking machine. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So, but I love it. That's like fantasy football for metalheads. Back when I was like in middle school, Dave Lombardo playing drums for Misfits would
I was never a Misfits fan.
It's understandable.
Never got into them. I don't know. I mean, I was into metal and stuff, but yeah, not that. I don't know. I think because when they came out, it was just too associated to goth to me, and I wasn't into goth.
You know what it was for me? Their hairdos were just like Flock of
Flock of
seagulls,
seagulls.
except greasier. Yeah. And I run so
Oh, my
far
God.
away.
So they were the evil flock of seagulls, more or less. If they did Sgt. Pepper's over again with Misfits and Flock of Seagulls instead of the Beatles and Aerosmith, boom, that shit would work.
We should start a Lord of the Rings style band called Flock of Schmeagles.
Ooh, I love it.
Ooh, that is good. Although all this talk about Misfits and Flock of Seagulls really makes me want to hear Danzig sing Run So Far Away.
Oh, dude.
I
can
run so far away, mother.
Oh, my God. But yeah, I'm stoked about that because I'm.
Rondo! Oh, sorry. No,
Yes. Danzig karaoke's got to happen. So. But no, that's I'm stoked about it because I love Slayer. I love Danzig era Misfits. I don't pay attention to anything that Jerry Only tried to do to it or any of the other stuff. But I mean, it's great. I mean, Danzig's voice is shot nowadays, so it works for him to be going back to punk anyways, as far as I'm concerned. So it'll be all right.
I heard he got punched out for talking shit once.
Oh, dude,
That was a great video. Yeah.
it's just hilarious. Oh yeah, that band. Northside Kings, the singer that punched him out, they had a shirt that said undefeated and it had the Danzig skull with X's over the eyes. It was pretty hilarious.
Poor guy.
But dude, I don't know. You can't fuck with Danzig is all I'm saying.
Nah.
I mean, I guess you can. You can knock him the fuck out.
You
but,
can,
I mean,
yeah. You can actually do it, and you can make T-shirts and make fun of him.
he's not immortal, unfortunately, sadly enough. But yeah, the goth thing I could totally see, and like with me, everywhere I turned, like for the most of like the late '80s, early '90s, everywhere I went, everybody was just binging on Misfits, and so I went through a phase where I was just sick and tired. I didn't want to hear anything. It was like hearing an air conditioner blow in my ear.
Me too. I don't want to hear anything about Misfits anymore. What's the next subject?
Yeah. The gavel's been dropped.
They suck. Anyway, no.
I love how a discussion of Van Halen turned into a discussion of the Misfits.
I love it.
Van Halen I could talk about all day, but
There you go.
And Motley
It's
Crue.
like one big wet T-shirt contest.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, split up with Van Halen. Who'd you side with, Roth or Halen?
Roth.
he's like no, sorry.
Musica.
Mark, you want to keep it
I
down
think
over
everyone
there?
initially sided with
I'm listening.
with David Lee
I'm
Roth,
listening
of
to
course. Especially
Yeah.
Eat 'Em and Smile. I mean, it was a great album. But then I gotta say, when I got older, I grew more into Sammy. I mean, I still love old Van Halen the most, but
Yeah.
but I grew to appreciate Sammy Hagar's stuff with them.
Yeah, after I listened to Montrose, like his band from back in the day, I went back and listened to the Hagar stuff and started to appreciate it a little bit more. So, but I'm
And he
still a
can
Roth
still
guy.
sing like that too.
Yeah.
Unlike Dave, Sammy can still sing like that, and he's what 60,
Oh.
63, 64.
If you want a really good laugh,
Contending with Keith Richards, I know that much.
oh for sure. Oh yeah, he's going to be here after all the cockroaches are dead.
They're not going to die, dude. They've been vaccinated.
Yeah,
That's a callback.
they're Muppets, is what they are. They're actually Muppets.
Yeah.
They're both great singers, but I think David Lee Roth was a better showman. Like he was.
He was
He
the
was
ultimate
awesome.
showman.
Mm-hmm.
The live album they did 3 years ago is freaking hilarious. If you want a good laugh, check that out. It's just, yeah. I mean, right now the way they
rough.
sound, it's rough but awesome. I mean, I don't know.
Rawson.
I like listening to horrible music to
Rawson.
get a good laugh.
Yeah.
It's Rawson. Yeah, David Lee Rawson.
Not Shawson.
Right.
But
Can never
There's
be
a
Rawson.
distinct difference between Chaucer and Rothson.
Mm-hmm.
It almost sounds like my name. Stop that. We're not going to say that anymore.
All right. In other news, a Japanese fisherman uses karate skills to fend off a bear.
Ooh.
Doesn't count. He's not Chuck Norris.
It's in
That's
Naibashi,
true.
Japan. It was a couple days ago. Poor bear.
Make a pair of fish chucks.
And in Florida, you might have seen this, Dorian. A hawk knocked a Florida man's drone out of the sky.
Did you see the video? I think it was just this week that was posted where the the hawk that picked up the snake and threw it at the people?
I did see that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. These people were just filming this hawk that kept circling around this little lake, and I guess the hawk had spied the snake. The hawk was circling around trying to look for a way to pick it up, and it dove down and picked it up, and this guy's filming it the whole time, and the hawk came at him. I don't know if it just got unlucky and the snake just happened to be too heavy, but basically dropped it right on these people, and they all just kind of freaked out. And,
That's awesome.
it's a beautiful video. You should check it out. It's
did it
amazing.
bite anyone?
No,
don't
it
think
didn't.
so.
Oh, what the
It was
fuck
just
good is
The fact that it
almost
threw it
looked like
down
this
on
hawk
them.
was like, "Hey, fuck you."
It's like getting spit in the face by a llama. You know, you're just like,
Yeah.
you motherfucker.
But only you expect that. You should expect that from a llama. You don't expect a hawk to grab a snake and throw it at you.
Yeah.
See, I
was
expect
That's
huge.
what you know you're having a bad day.
But I will expect it from now on. I tell you what.
Oh, if I see a hawk, I'm gonna get out of
Don't
the
ever trust a hawk.
He's got a snake. Yeah.
I say, boy, I say.
No, a chicken hawk is a whole other thing.
No, look it up.
I'm a
It's
chicken
fun
hawk.
video, though.
I hawk chickens. And a UK shopper suffering from sore feet calls the ambulance for a ride home in England. So just stupid stuff.
Couldn't get a cab?
No, just stupid
Pretty
stuff.
sure they have rideshare out there, like Uber and Lyft and stuff.
What was that one article you shared on your Facebook page? That 17-year-old girl that got raped and then she made her...
Cut a guy's balls off.
Yeah.
She made him eat it?
Yeah, that's actually was a fake story.
It was it really?
Oh, was it?
No, but
Damn
I
it!
heard, I heard it was.
I saw you post it, and I remember seeing it a few weeks ago, but I didn't hear it was fake, though.
Someone said it was fake, but who knows?
I really wish
And
that
then
was
he
true.
believed it because they were on the internet telling them it was fake. And everything on the internet's true. No.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a no-win situation there.
Right.
I don't know. You could
Because
bleed out though.
You
Like,
can read on the internet that not everything on the internet is true. So if that's not true, then
wait, can't you bleed out from getting your balls cut off? I mean, you just bleed
Yeah,
out.
you actually
I
can.
suspect so.
So she
Yeah.
didn't have time
There's major
to saute
arteries
my
running through that
nuts.
area.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like within minutes, you would die.
You're not
Yeah, 'cause
eating them
when-
salt. You're not... You're
She
eating them
Oh, she's
sushi
eating them raw?
style. Yeah.
Oh, well, then there's another thing. I didn't know that.
Eat them and smile.
I didn't know I was eating them with a side of wasabi. I mean, you make me eat my nuts.
Give me a
Prepare them
donut
shits,
and a
you know?
ball of anything.
To go. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw that on when I'm done here. I love that album. I digress. But yes, more girls should be cutting men's balls off for rape.
I agree.
Hashtag.
I don't want to end on this note. Let's talk about something fuzzy.
Ooh. Balls?
No, not your balls.
We just did.
Oh, balls should never be fuzzy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Here,
That's gonna
here.
be on a Den's podcast. So
Yes.
Fuzzy
Don't
balls.
step on his subjects.
don't step on his balls.
Yeah.
His subjects. Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody have a good Labor Day?
Yeah, I did a lot of nothing. So
That's
it's
awesome.
I went to work. And then
Oh,
the
you did?
gym.
I didn't
on.
have to work, but I am going to get a floating holiday, so that's good.
Yeah,
sat my
I'm
ass
getting
on the
paid for it
couch.
too, so that's good stuff.
Marlene made chili. It was awesome.
Ooh.
With some
Hands to the
Let's keep
cornbread.
the room warm tonight.
Cornbread. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
I had steaks tonight. That was awesome.
All right. Well, hey guys, this has been a great episode of Circle of Jerks. I think we covered a hell of a lot of topics. And,
Sure did.
Yep.
Just want to say thanks to everyone for being here. For Jöhn Cärtër for your return.
Thank
And,
you.
Andrew, thanks for being here. We'll have to have you on again.
Absolutely. My pleasure to be here, and I'll be glad to do it again.
Yeah, and
And
Marlene,
of course,
thanks for laughing.
the very lovely Marlene.
Thank you.
You're always welcome here, dear.
Thank you, Dorian.
The other guy is not always, but she's always.
Haha. Vagina.
So,
Vagina.
vagina.
All right. And
Vagina.
end on a fuzzy vagina.
All right, guys. Until next time. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail
Hail Satan.
Satan.
Say-